Hello YouTube and welcome back to a new Let's Build series. I'm going to be doing the Golden Hall of Edoras, which is also called Mediceld. So we're going to be working on that in this small series, and it's only well, it's a fairly large building, but it's also a fairly small building. There's not a lot going on. It shouldn't take more than, I'd guess, 10 episodes. It definitely shouldn't take longer than that. What we're going to try and do though in this series is I'm going to try and record all of it, so that once all of it is recorded, I will then start uploading it. Also, let's turn off the server chat. Also, if you want to see like regular updates of it, then follow me on Twitter, and I'll be posting pictures there. Like once I finish recording an episode, I'll do like a little update picture so you guys get an idea of what's coming. I'm probably going to try and record this as quick as I can, so I'll try and get the whole 10 episodes recorded within a week, so that when I start uploading them, they'll be coming out pretty quick. That way Conquest won't update and I won't lose loads of stuff. What we're going to do in this episode is just plan everything. So I'm going to be using my trusty blue wool that I always use, and we're going to try and plan out sort of the structure and the face and everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to use blue for full blocks. We're going to use we'll use red for cobblestone walls, because I'm planning on using those quite a bit. I think that'll be alright for now. So what we need to work on is the corners. So right in the corners on the front part are two really thick pillars. So we can either do this sort of thickness, that sort of thickness, which, to be honest, I'm not completely convinced, because I'll need that odd number in the middle to do the peak. Or we can do this. And I think I'm going to go for this style, and I'm going to use cobblestone walls like this. And then with using those cobblestone walls, we can then have another one here. And this is where the archways are going to be. Now this is another thing that we've got to think about. Do I want to have a 2 wide arch or a 3 wide arch? And I think, let's just look at it with the 2 wide arch, which is that. I think that's going to be a little bit too small. So let's just do this, this, and this. And take a step back and look. I think that's going to be too small. So the idea is we're going to have 3 walls, then we're going to have a full block, then we're going to have like the 2 stairs, and then the full blocks, so we can actually punch them out. Build that up, build this one up, build this up. So let's do this shape again. This might help us with the shape of the archways. So the arches are going to be roughly the same height. We can build these up as well. And I'm going to be changing these over in this episode, I think. Once we've got the front worked out to a shape that we like, it'll be easier then to plan out the rest of the build. So let's just do this, and we'll do it on this side as well. We'll just do the front bits. So we don't even need to do that, we can just do the wool. And we see what we think of that as our shape. And I don't know. I'm not too sure if I do like it or not. Let's put some stair blocks in. We'll just use stone bricks for now, and slabs. We're going to need some slabs. Stone slab will do. So the idea is we're going to have an arch here like this, and we're going to have this as an arch like that. Yeah, we didn't need slabs. Okay, so I'm going to go for 3 wide on these arches and 5 wide in the middle, probably. Let's just try 3 wide in the middle of each, and then we'll try 5 as well. So we'll get our trusty wand out, place that there, position 1, come down here, position 2, and then move 1 right, and then we'll do the same over here, so position... yeah, I need to place a block, don't I? Position 1, position 2, face that way, move 1 right. We can get rid of that now, we can put that in, we can put that there. See, that looks a little bit better, but this middle arch needs to be a little bit more prominent, I feel, which is why we're going to go for 5 wide. So, what we're going to do is move this over here to there, And is it going to be one right? It is. So move one right. and then this goes like that, and like that, and move one right as well. And then we put that in, get rid of that, put a slab there. Okay, so that's what the front of... Oh. If we do that, this has got to be higher. This has got to go up to this height. If we do it like this. Otherwise that arch is a little bit too low and it just looks a little weird. I'm not too sure if I like that now. Let's see. Right, we'll stick with this, guys. What I'm going to do now is change over the materials, and we'll start to look at detailing this a little bit more and get on to the next bit. Okay, we're back, and I've changed the plot biome to desert to get that nice yellowy Rohan style grass. We've also changed out some of the materials, and I think this is looking pretty nice. So I did make this 3 wide once again. I just felt it fit a little better. And I'm actually thinking now, maybe we can try and put some slabs in here. Maybe. I'm not too sure how this is going to look. I actually kind of like it. I actually like that a little bit more. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't now that I've changed that middle one. I'm not going to be using jungle, by the way. I've just put jungle in as a placeholder for now. Just so I could use it like a wood and get an idea. What about that? How's that feel? No. Okay, we'll just leave it as stairs for now. Right, what we're going to do next is work on joining this up to the side bit. So we're going to go do the same type of thing again. We're going to do this going up. We're going to have logs that come out to the side. This is going to be... I don't know if it should be 3 wide. I think 3 wide seems a little big because then the back wall would be like here. And then like there to there. It's quite wide, so... I think... In fact, we might not even need that. We might just have it there. And then join up to here. I think that might work better. Let's just put a line along here so we have some sort of a wall. Obviously it's not going to be made out of stone, but we're just putting this in to help us sort of, because we know there's going to be a wall there anyway, so let's just put that in. I think that seems like an okay amount. We're also going to carry these logs on like this. You see the biome messes all the textures up, but that's fine for now. But we just want that in. That's like a placeholder for rafters, I suppose, or something like that. Is that going to be okay? I think this is going to be okay anyway. Just take a look. And yeah, I mean, I suppose that's all it really needs, isn't it? I kind of don't like these now, now that I've put them in. They're a little bit too low. Like, if they were a bit higher up, I think it would work fine, but they're a little bit too low. Alright, so what we are going to do then is 3 blocks from there, we're going to have a pillar. I'm working out these couple of blocks is going to be really important to try and get the main body of the build done. So we've got another pillar there, another pillar here, and another pillar here. Now this gap is 5 blocks wide, this gap is 5 blocks wide, that is 3 blocks wide, so this is where the door is going to be. Is that... I guess that's fine. I'm happy with that. And then we've got some bits that come out to the side, so let's work out these side bits then. So we're going to have a gap of 3, and a gap of 3 again. Or do we want a gap of 3 and a gap of 5? This is getting quite big, this. I think a gap of 3 and a gap of 5, or maybe a gap of 5 and a gap of 3. We'll go for 3, 5, and that's kind of like carrying on because we do have, you know, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. That kind of pattern going on. So I guess that kind of makes sense. Kind of makes it look even, I guess. Built all those pillars up. That seems fine to me. Right, I'm just going to go and fill all of this in with jungle wood, and then we'll cut back to when it's done, change the biomes over, just so we can move on a little bit faster. Okay, so I think this is starting to take shape, starting to look pretty nice right now. What I do want to do though is lower this, I think, by a block on this side, and lower it by a block on this side, and this is going to be sort of like the roof height for the side pieces, which, yeah, we'll work on one side, then we can just copy and flip it over later, so we'll do that. So the side piece, we're going to go for a gap of 3, and then they have these weird little sort of door bits on them. I'm not sure if they are doors or not, so we'll keep them as 3 wide. In fact, no, we'll keep our pattern of 5 and 3, so we'll do 5, and then we'll bring it forwards by a block, gap of 3, and then a gap of 5, so we'll just do this so I can count it out a little better. Come in a block, gap of 3, out by 5, in a block, gap of 3, back, out by 5, and then I think at the back it extends a little further so it's not completely square, so I think what we'll do is go for a gap of 3, just so you got a bit more space at the back. I think is all it is for like the main bedrooms and stuff, and I think that's looking okay. We can get rid of that block and that block, and that's sort of how it's going to be looking. Let's see then, let's build all this up again like we just did and fill it all in, and then I'll be back to show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so there we go, there's the side. I did expand it out by 2 extra blocks on there, so it's 5 and 5 at the end. And I think that kind of looks okay. So what I want to do now, this is what I was talking about when I was on about the support and stuff like that. We want to make sure that it's well supported inside, it's well structured. I love seeing this in builds when people do like proper beams and stuff, so that's what we're going to try and do in our build. So we're going to just mirror all of this, and we're going along this same line as this main pillar, because this is going to be a different height to this section. So we'll go along here, there, and this is going to be the back wall, so I guess we can put one in for now. And then I'm not too sure if I want to do another one here. I might end up doing the cobblestone wall here. We're not too sure yet, so we'll build this up to 4 height, or 5 height, sorry. I'm adding 4 blocks on top of each of these. There we go, it's not too bad. And what this is going to create as well is a nice like sort of tunnel down into the main part of the build, and then off to the side you're going to have different rooms and stuff like that. I think these little doors do look really good now. They feel a lot better. We can also fit windows in here if we have to later on, so they've got lots of different stuff we can do there. Yeah, we are going to have these smaller pillars in here just to sort of act. I'm not too sure if this is the definite height that we want, or if we want to be changing that. So I think I'm going to have to wait until I've got a little bit more of the exterior built, so we get an idea of like the roof height and stuff like that, because this is going to be slanting upwards all the time anyway. This might be brought down to 3 blocks, probably not. We're going to be having a slabbed type roof here. It's going to be made out of hay. I'll just use oak for now, but we're going to be using oak like this, like that, up, and it's just going to keep going up and up and up. So then this pillar is going to come to this height. Perfect. Slab again, up again, and like that. And then this pillar will be that height. So we've got a 1 block height difference, and then we're going to have slab like this maybe, or a slab overhanging like that, possibly overhanging like that. I think I like that a little bit better. And then I don't know whether to go with slabs or stairs. I think based on the scale of this, slabs is going to work best, so it's not going to end up too super pointy. So let's build this pillar all the way up to here, and we should, I think, be alright to replace that with that, and that'll go to there, and then we can start coming down again on this side. Okay, and there we go. We're going to end up with something that looks a little bit like that, and I do think this does need to be stairs now that I'm looking at it again. So let's do this as stair blocks. I'll change all this out off camera so you guys don't have to sit through that, and then we'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I'm liking the look of that. That's the general shape. That's feeling pretty good. Well, what we do want is a couple more beams going across everywhere. So if this is sort of this height, that's 4 blocks. I guess it's going to have to go across here. Like that. And then this also. Oh, I think I'm trying to keep this too modular, which is slightly annoying. But now we've got a bit more of the structure, we do know that that beam's going to go across to there, that beam's going to go across to there, this one's going to come across, that's going to come across. I don't know if to keep this all at this level or whether to raise it up a block for here. Let's punch that away. I think because this is going to take me quite a while to think about it and like play around and see different ideas, what I'm going to do is I'll just cut the video and come back when I've got something that I'm slightly happy with, like when I'm halfway through, and just explain to you guys what I'm done, and then we'll probably end this episode here once we've sorted this out. Okay guys, so we're back, and as you can see, something is starting to happen. It's still all green, needs to change the biomes over. But what I've decided to come up with is, I didn't want these pillars in the center to be sort of 3 and then 5 and then 3 and then 5. I wanted it to be kind of like an even spacing so that it looks right going all along. So what we have here is a gap of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we got a gap of 7 at this end, and I think it should be a gap of 7 at this end as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's a little bigger, but that's because we've changed that. If you want it to be even, then just bring this in by 2 blocks and it'll be fine. But in between each of these, I have done something that you are taught never to do as a medieval builder, and that is build even blocks. So we have a gap of 4 in between each of these pillars, and basically all that means is that we have a pillar for in between every door block and in between these gaps here. And it's just to create even spacing. And what I'm doing in these bits is I'm just keeping the pillars the same here. And it just means we've got these like nice cross beams going across every now and then. 2, 3 like this, and then across like that, and then like this, and then across like that. And then when we have those, we've got these upright pillars going like this, and we have these sticking up 2 blocks high, so there's actually going to be space between this beam and the ceiling, which I think is going to look pretty cool on the inside. The same here, we've got space between this beam and where the ceiling's going to be, and that just gives us some space to play around with some decorative blocks inside the middle there. So that should look quite nice, quite interesting. But yeah, I just thought I'd come in, show you guys this. We're getting close to 20 minutes on the episode now, so what we're going to do is I'll cut here, do all the biome work, copy and flip it, and then just show you guys where it looks like, and that'll be the end of the episode. Okay, so here we are, and this is looking really, really nice, a lot better than I thought it was going to look. You come inside, we have this big, long, sort of tunneled structure with the pillars off to the side, and when you come around the side, it feels well supported. It's going to look really, really nice. We're also going to have big, oh god, what are they called? Roof beam things. I completely forgot what they're called. They do have a name. Begins with a B, I think. I don't know. We'll just call them beams. Supporting the roof as well. They go across like this. I think the next episode we're going to work a little bit more on the side with like getting the sort of roof bits and these doors and sides are looking all detailed. And we're going to try and work on the front being detailed as well. Probably just one per episode. We've done quite a lot in this episode, but this is just being a lot of like copy and pasting and just figuring stuff out. The next couple of episodes are going to be a little bit slowed down, just a lot more detail based. So, you know, we'll probably spend one episode on the front, one episode on the sides, one episode on the roof, one episode inside, you know, or, well, we'll do a couple episodes inside, because we'll do this main hall as one, we'll do the side doors, rooms as different episodes as well. So it might not even take 10 episodes, we might be done by about episode 7, which is going to be really cool. So if you guys are really enjoying the series, I'm enjoying building the series, this is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. Then don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one.